certainly interesting reading the names of the men who lost their lives on that tragic day in 1970. October 15th marks the anniversary of this tragic event. In some ways, thankfully, it remains Australia's worst workplace accident. And since then, a number of policies and procedures and methodologies have been put into place to try and make the workplace safer. I have to consider safety issues even for the stuff I'm doing. I can tell you that I was in the State Emergency Service for a number of years, and we did a lot of training, and safety was paramount in our minds for a lot of things we did, and I did a bit of everything from vertical rescue, search and rescue, including out alpine searching and snow and things like that. And we always had to make sure we had the right equipment, the right training, and that we worked as a team, and it was really important, and safety is one of those things. What I think is important to note on, as it's now around the anniversary of this tragic event from 1970, is that a lot of the policies and procedures that are in place now can almost follow a direct line back to this tragic event. And it's certainly not just in terms of the accident itself, but in terms of the emergency response. The subsequent inquiry was somewhat scathing in its report on the workplace methods that were in place and the construction methods and things like that. It's also, I can tell you that standing here and reading the plaque and having a look at what the names of the men that died, it's one of those things. You get up in the morning and you go to work. No one ever thinks that they're not coming back, but sadly, as with these 35 guys, that's exactly what happened.
Down the sky, hanging out to dry. Looking through the chamber, in turn time. Moments and pride, you put it on the line. Holding all the road, you can see no one. Leaving out the road. Since we go,
So, down here at Bourke Street Mall, and been chilling out to some nice tunes by the guys from Amber Isles. So that Alex.
Hey man, lovely to meet you. Max.
Alex, yeah. And they've got some interesting news. They just cut their first album, and you said the launch is going to be in November.
December.
December?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Or is it in December? The album comes out November 1st. Oh, sorry, the album comes out in November, and the launch is in December.
Oh, well, that's
Sure.
That's one way to do it. So, yeah, we've got some footage of these guys in their last song of your set, which is on the album. So that's really cool. And what I appreciate is I can't play music to save myself. So
of course.
Well, I drive my iPod pretty good. I get some awesome tunes out of it. But
don't we all, you know?
Well, when it comes to musicians and what you guys can do, I really like the fact that there's creative people out there. My skills lie elsewhere, so so there you go. So what I'd suggest people is check out. Got you on Facebook. We'll whack you. Also putting up the tour dates. They're doing a tour of Victoria and parts of New South Wales.
Most of Australia, yeah. Well, the East Coast at least.
Yeah. 80% of the population live in the East Coast.
Exactly.
So okay, so you're going to try and hit 80% of the population.
Targeted. And Adelaide as well. Can't forget Adelaide.
You cannot forget Adelaide. I've been there. It's a great place.
Yes.
Is there anywhere else you want to plug, or are you getting to WA?
Yeah, we're heading to Perth. Hopefully.
We are trying to, yeah. If we can afford it, we would like to, yeah.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
It is a long way.
We're looking at it for sure.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, baby.
Well, that's exactly right. Where are you guys actually based?
Oh, in Melbourne.
Melbourne,
In
yeah.
Melbourne?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. No, that's awesome. I mean, because you get, sometimes you ask that question and people say we're from Dublin or New York
Dublin,
or
yeah.
Ireland or, Israel.
Yeah, you get that sometimes.
So look, guys, it's been great. And so here's their, what was your last song called?
It's called Running. It's very like rock and roll shoegaze-y, and it's on our new album, November 1st.
Outstanding. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mate, love the
So
show.
thanks for stopping
Cheers.
by.
Here we go.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
This is another place where I spend quite a lot of time each week. I'm studying a Bachelor of Screen Media degree at Victoria University in Footscray. I'm now in my second year. This year, Victoria University celebrates a century of providing high-quality, accessible education in west of Melbourne, as detailed on their website. It's an interesting location with various areas spread out across the location where you can relax or do some of your study, and it's spread out across a nice area next to the Maribyrnong River with Flemington Racecourse sitting on the other side. This is another one of the interesting parts of the uni where we can sit down and do our computer work. Actually, way down that hallway down there is actually Ballarat Road. Because the uni's on a slope, you come in off Ballarat Road and you're actually on level 3, which when I first came here was a little bit confusing as I was wandering around and getting to the different floors, and all the buildings are spread out. This is another interesting part of Vic Uni. It's another one of the little areas that are squirreled away. It was the end of the week, and I'd noticed a crowd had formed in one of the areas, and initially I was a bit confused as to what was going on. I thought maybe it was just a class assembling for some reason, but it turned out we had a fairly important visitor at turned up at the uni. Well done to the doggies. Did a good job and glad they won. Excuse me. Let's get you so, here we go.
There you go.
Thank you. Cheers. Get to see some pretty weird stuff in Melbourne. Some of it's exciting and exhilarating and interesting and what have you. I'm not exactly sure what's going on down there, but we're going to go down and find out. So we've found out that it's some sort of performance art piece. About all we that's all we could, all the information we could get. Yeah, so pretty weird, but there you go. Yeah, so it's getting a bit chilly here in Melbourne now. It's coming up to nearly 11:30. We finally found out what the weird things over there were. It's part of an art installation, and a couple of them set up in the trees over there near the Harbour restaurant. So what I'm hoping over the coming weeks and months is to feature some of the local artists, especially those that are busking on the streets. I also hope to showcase some of the interesting areas of Melbourne that I travel to from time to time, and also some of the regional areas that I get to. So that's what I'm sort of hoping to show over the coming weeks and months, and I hope you enjoy it, and we'll just keep cracking on. But I think it's about time to pack up and head home. All right, guys, cheers.